You know, the US created the university system to avoid dying during the education in London. London was a plague hellhole. It's possible. Every time I hear Shire in the UK area, I always think of the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's true. See you, Requin. Alright, so we've got the people back to work, which is great. I'm not going to bother with those just yet, I don't think. We were going to do the research. Yeah, we're totally going to do the research. Wait, so we could just get a 2% research time bonus to everything. So that would be 4, that would be 5, 6. We would then get a 14% reduction to research time, plus the 10% we're getting from free trade. That's a 24% reduction to research. That's a huge amount of research very quickly. I think I'm still going to go with the ISAC, but I can certainly see why that would be tempting. And you also get the production efficiency, so you're actually producing more that way. Technological advancement will be the cornerstone of our future success. A recent Royal Commission has advised the government to establish a department to ensure such research is coordinated across the country. My skin is crawling. No, Raga Delshi. And I'm not even going to try. And just for all the Americans who are wondering what on earth I was laughing about, it's not Worcestershire, it's Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Not Worcestershire, Worcestershire. And Gloucestershire is not Gloucestershire, it's Gloucestershire. Okay? So next time you're in London and you want to meet at Gloucestershire Square, nobody will understand you, and that is why. It's Gloucestershire. Gloucester Square. And yes, I've had that. I've had my uncle coming in from South Carolina saying, yeah, we'll meet you at Gloucester Square. What? Where now? Right, civilian factory space. I think I want to build some more factories. But do I want more civilian factories? I mean, we are getting a lot of civilian factories. And we are kind of limited in other slots. No, I think we're going to switch over to military now. Let's get some of those going. And then build you up. Though that's going to take a long time. Crikey. Oh, I do need some steel. Or I could use one of these to get more steel. Although that wouldn't be as effective because I am now free trading, which means I'd only get 20% of whatever this promises me. So like this, add production 10 steel in southern Queensland, I would gain a net bonus of 2. However, I should do some more trading. We're going to send one to the Dominion of India. Because I want to make sure that they get some nice trade bonuses, hopefully, before they go to war. That's true. There is also Birmingham and Buckingham. Yeah, you don't really pronounce the ham. It's Birmingham. It's Birmingham. They're from Birmingham. British-Indian trade deal approved. Australasian trade mission has returned success. Gain political power. Glorious. I suspect that we need to get as many of these done before we go to war. Nope. All owned states are currently also controlled. Is that just for me or for them as well? Syndicalist and Baratia commune. Mongolia took 9 states. Mongolia did actually win, although I think that was a far more... Wow. Soviets are really pushing out. Death of David Murray Anderson. Especially as that's going to be a cut-off. So they can escape through Archangel. How do you correctly pronounce Manchester? It's Manchester. Oh wow, and Finland expanded out as well. Is Finland at war with Russia? Nope, they just stole some land. This is really interesting. Russia's getting properly screwed, but in a civil war that might well last like the length of the game. Because Siberia did not split. Death of David Murray Anderson. Today... Wow, I just unplugged my headphones and that went kind of crazy. Today all flags within Sydney are being flown at half-mast after the sudden death of Sir David Murray Anderson. Sorry, it's not Mr. It's Sir Anderson. The current sitting governor of New South Wales is most famously known for a successful evacuation of the British colonies in the East Indies, saving thousands of lives as well as a large portion of the British Pacific Fleet. While Sir Anderson has been ill for some time, leaving Sir Philip Street to fill in for his public appearances, he has been vocal in supporting the Australasian Guard as the only right-thinking men in Australasia who would be capable of enacting his plans to retake the East Indies. His death has only further built support for the right-wing movement. And now I can't actually get over 60% anymore. With the lifting of martial law across Australasia, clouds are once again able to assemble, a fact that the syndicalist leader Fred Patterson took advantage of today in Sydney to give a speech that drew a very large crowd as well as media attention. Patterson spoke of the need of an open dialogue between the unions and the government, and there is now no need to fear the brand of democracy that syndicalism has brought. The speech was branded by some as the ramblings of a radical, though many others said that Patterson's well-spoken manner earned him many new supporters. I'm actually in danger of going below 50. Actually, 40 is the next cut-off, so that doesn't matter so much. Greece has died to the Ottomans. Wait. Are the Ottomans on the Bulgarian side? Is Bulgaria actually going to win? Trying to click on Serbia. No. Bulgaria is not allied to the Ottomans. The Ottomans have just decided to go to war independently with Serbia and Greece. Right, the Ottomans are out. Bulgaria. Bulgaria won! Why peace? Serbia is now even smaller. And Greece, are you a puppet? Greece got independence. Interesting. Hello, British town names play Mountain Blade Viking Conquest. Yeah, but those are like ancient town names. Those are Norse or even Anglo-Saxon town names. Like Jorvik is not actually called Jorvik anymore. It's called Mordor. How are the Ural Mountains? Mountainous. Still there, still in Russia's hands. Is it worth developing New Zealand too? Probably. I can double check that. Yes, it is worth developing New Zealand, especially the North Island. That is actually the third most populous area, being a out of 8. So yes, New Zealand definitely is. In fact, I wonder how much infrastructure. They already have level 7 infrastructure. That might even be better than doing South Australia. So we'll do that, and then we'll do some more military. You know what? New Zealand's going to be my naval construction area. We're going to put naval dockyards there. We'll do this. No, it probably would still be that. Okay, good. How long till I can do my next trade? 58 days. Are you guys getting any... No, you are clearly not getting any experience. Okay. Don't really know why. You have most of the manpower you require. So if the Russians evacuate through Archangel, they'll have to go all the way around the world to Vladivostok. Yep. But they should be able to go through Panama to get there. Right, new technology. It is October. We could get the radio, which we probably ought to. Glitch, maybe? I don't think so. I'm sure there's a reason for it, I'm just not sure what. Free military factories. Cool. Well, considering we're actually doing well on artillery right now, I think we're going to hold you there. We'll get some support equipment going. Like so. These tanks are still old. I want the tier 3s. And now a focus. So we can join the ISAC. We will do so. By joining the Imperial Scientific and Academic Council, we will be able to greatly expand our research potential through funding and information sharing. The Scientific and Academic Council. The Canadian government has formed the Imperial Scientific and Academic Council to better coordinate their research efforts with member states of the British Empire. Canada has generously offered to fund the main operations of the Council, so our government would only need to fund the efforts of our own scientists and academics in order to participate and share in the technological benefits. Alright then. Time to do conscription. I don't think I can. It's blocked off. Cannot enact conscription laws. Panama declared war on the United Provinces of America. James Colt, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel, buddy. No, conscription focuses. Yeah, maybe, but I don't really have any intention of getting too involved anytime soon. So long as I can hold my own borders, and I'm pretty confident with 12 units just holding Australasia that I can. Has South Canada had the Civil War yet? Yeah, it's ongoing. That was a quick focus. I approve. So we can get the National University, which is the 8% production efficiency and the 4% research bonus. Oh, it's a modifier. Okay, it's not going to be as high. It's 4%, not 8%, because we already got some from this. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, that gave... Hang on. I just noticed that tech actually gives us the radio for free. So we may as well get the Vickers MG instead of radio. And then we're going to do... Focus on radar. Add technology. Radio. If Australasia faces an invasion, it will come from across the sea. Thus, we should invest heavily into the new radar technologies and build watch stations along the coast. Actually, it looks like the United States is doing really well. I think it's the plebiscite that allows you. Yeah, I kind of suspected that. Qing declared war on Shanqing. Another military factory is done. Ah, the Axis is declaring war. More support equipment? Yeah, let's get this up, because I really want to have things like hospitals available. For which I also definitely need to have some more motorized. In fact, we'll start producing motorized once our next military factory is done. Greece declared war on the Iran declared... Wow, everyone is declared... Including Greece. I've never had Greece declare war on the Ottomans before like that. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if Serbia will have another crack on Bulgaria. I wonder if Bulgaria gets any special focuses because they beat Serbia. War reparations from Serbia, they do. For 4 years, wow. Conscription was a big issue in Australia during both World Wars. Well done to the devs to have a plebiscite to increase conscription laws. Yeah, it's a good idea. Right, so we've got motorised. Maastricht declared war on the Ottomans, so everyone's going after the Ottomans. I mean, we don't really like their specialists. Oh wait, it's December 38. Oh wait. Although what I would like to do is focus on radar and then focus on computers so I can get the 50% research bonus for computing tech. Although that said, there are still 2 more that we could get it on. Now, it'd be nice to get that early. So I think I will use this on something else, so not necessarily something in 38. Better artillery, maybe. Better tanks. I like the idea of better tanks. Go for the Matildas. Great vehicle. Greece going for Revengi. Yeah, absolutely. Byzantium when? After the Ottomans fall, probably. And I suspect they will. They have a lot of enemies this time. Iran, Saudi Arabia, Sultanate of Egypt, Greece.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Darren Total War is hosting. Thank you very much, Darren. And welcome to all of Darren's fans and followers. We are just playing a little bit with Australia. And if you have any questions about the upcoming DLC, which is Man the Guns for Hearts of Iron, let me know, because I was at ParadoxCon and I have some access to that. Go Marine so you can land. Yeah, I was seriously thinking about that. I think paratroopers, the rangers involved, would be too high. Let's go and send France a delegation. Yay, France, give me free stuff. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Give me free stuff. Also, political power is up again. We're already at free trade. We're already at partial mobilization. We can't do war economy yet. I think we're just going to have to wait for the 150. Call to arms from the Dominion of India. Oh, because you're at war with Nepal. French trade deal refused. Oh. Bloody French. I wonder if that's because they are at war now. Except they're not. This is still... Wait. Yeah, they are. Wait, no they're not. France is not in that list. Damn it, France! Right, well, Canada's calling me in now. Does that actually like negatively affect us? Just out of interest. No. Alright, so we have the focus on the radar, which gave us the radio for free. Let's go and grab focus on computers now. Computer technology is in its infancy, but already we can see the benefits it offers to encryption and decryption efforts. Australasia needs to stay ahead of this, so our enemies will end up knowing our moves before we do. Or our enemies will end up doing that. So many roams. That title is really roaming around. Just because everyone else is complaining about how bad it was, thus I repeat it. Today, the nation is celebrating the Confederation of Australasia, and while the Confederation was not voluntary, having initially been formed by the British, blah 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 blah, cool stuff. Is your sub still alive? Yeah, all the subs are still alive. Generally helps when you're not at war to keep things like that alive, but yes. Yes, you are. Because... Alright, it is January 38. I still want to wait for the 50% bonus. You are quite right, we should have Marines. A day of mourning today marks the 150th anniversary of the first fleet landing on Australia. While many mainland Australians are celebrating the day, the native Aborigines are mourning the loss of their land and the suffering for their people. In response, and with the assistance of the Australia First movement, the Aborigine Progressive Association has held a protest for equal rights, for citizenship and better education for all Australian Aboriginal peoples. Jack Patton, the leader of the organisation and a notable member of the AFM, stated, "Give us the chance! We do not wish to be left behind on Australia's march of progress. We ask for full citizen rights." This protest has garnered mixed reviews, but in turn has gained support from both the Aboriginal population for the FM as well as the egalitarians frustrated with left-wing politics. Paternal autocrats gain. Watch it, James. Make sure to separate real politics from game politics. I can't quite tell if you are right now. Okay, how long until I can send another delegation to someone other than France? Not for a while. Are we actually going to win this war against Nepal? Or are they just going to entrench? Because I'm seeing openings here. Right there. Go here. You, go here. You, here. Or even you, go here. Oh no, they've too late. Never mind. You missed your opportunity. Right, I have more stuff available. I can now get motorized. I want motorized. Build me motorized. I want some Vava rooms. And now I am definitely going to need to import some more steel. Yeah, developing the the coal in Queensland would probably be a good shout. 60 days, we use up some factories, go ahead. No, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of them. Use up all of my factories now, then we'll get them all again soon. What kind of natural resources does Australia have? I mean, more of a question is, what kind of natural resources doesn't Australia have? Because Australia has basically all the things. And spiders. Indeed. Yemen. And lots of people have made peace. Yemen declared war on the Ottomans. Backstab! Focus on computers. Is done. So now we can get the National University and we can start researching the computers for 1938. Okay, so plus 50% political power and also production efficiency and research time. It is important to remember that the scholarly pursuits are needed to maintain our position. Generous funding increases to the National University in Canberra will allow us to educate the masses and become a beacon of new research. Lang's speech disrupted. Jack Lang gave a fiery speech today in Sydney in which he railed against the syndicalists and the radicals which had plagued the Labour movement. He did not get far into the speech, however, and was disrupted by syndicalist supporters chanting traitor and sellout. Lang at first ignored such taunts, but eventually joined in, with every counter-insult he made being followed by cheers and roars from his supporters. When discussing employment, Lang has decided to eject the syndicalists after one remarked, "Didn't you and Beasley turn Australasian workers out of their jobs when you scabbed the party?" Following this, a violent confrontation broke out between the syndicalists and Labour supporters. The incident was picked up by the Australasian media, while their intent was to blame the radicals for their disruption. Instead, it is Lang who is seen by the public as the one who escalated the confrontation and edged on his supporters. Yeah, I probably need to do something to sort out the political issues sooner rather than later. I just really want to get the additional research slot. So we'll probably do National University, increased research funding. I can actually get that one as well. I can get 2 more research slots. I think I'm going to have to, because research is kind of useful. The fall of Burgos. No. I was sending you stuff to help you, but losing Galicia to Portugal I think really hurt. The labour situation worsened in Australia today as the ACTU called for illegal strikes around the country to protest poor working conditions, the continued suppression of the unions. Some are calling this a ploy for support, and the move has already prompted many leaders within the Australasian Guard and elsewhere to call on the government to redouble its efforts to crush the radical movements behind the labour disruptions. We have massive strikes for 30 days. Yeah, the political situation here is becoming really quite serious. I'm going to send a deal to Sardinia. Not Sardinia, the other guys, West Indies. They're both islands. It's fine. Yep, 1939 is indeed coming up, and wow, Soviets are doing dangerously well. The number of factories they own is roughly equal. The Soviets have 3 times as many troops. How close are they to capitulation? Very. The Soviets might actually win their civil war. Wow, Russia's lost 1.3 million. That's because of all of the cut-offs over here. The West Indies government's rejected our proposal and refused to sign the trade treaty. Yeah, I suspect that after a certain point they just start rejecting because they're at war. So I'll do the one to Sardinia, then after that we'll be done at that point. How many factories do I have active? 9. Iran, Egypt, yeah. Okay, so the Ottomans lost in what must be record time. Have I demanded the islands the Netherlands owns? No, why would I? They're Dutch. Iran declared war on Saudi Arabia. Does that mean that you are now at war with Egypt? Not necessarily. Because Saudi Arabia isn't actually allied with Egypt. Egypt's only allied with Tripolitania. Germany declared war on Lithuania. Revolt in the Reich Pact. After the fall of the Russian Empire in the Weltkrieg, Germany occupied vast swathes of Eastern Europe, establishing puppet governments across it and creating the Reichspakt military alliance. This tightly knit alliance of countries was not meant to last, it seems, as Eastern Europe roared back into action this week with a revolt in the German sphere. The Lithuanians, led by Karis Skerpa, the Vadas leader, have declared their full independence from Germany, and this has sparked a chain reaction in neighbouring countries. Germany has moved in with a military response, but will it be enough to crush the spirit of nationalism? So who are you actually at war with? Just Lithuania? Just Lithuania. Not Poland. Okay, so we have the National University. We're going to do the increased... are we? Or do I want to do the political stuff so we can actually stabilise the issues? Hopefully. No, we're going to do the research. Our research investments to date have paid off. It is time to increase our rate of advancement to keep the pace with the larger nations of the world. Rise of the AFM. Up to this point, the Australia First movement, led by Percy Stevenson, has been considered a fringe movement filled with disaffected socialists. With the rise of the chaos inspired by syndicalist forces, and with it the fortunes of the Australasian Guard, Stevenson's words have gained new purchase among the people of Australasia. Stevenson calls for Australasia to cut its ties with the British Crown to further promote Australasianism and to maintain a neutral stance in global affairs to ensure Australasia never marches into another disaster like Gallipoli. They talk grandiloquently about filling up Australia's vast empty spaces and then to jump down the scum of London here, he tells his ardent supporters. To hell with the British and the Empire. Eternal autocrats growing. Everyone's growing. This is not good. We're down to 48%. Mysore state declared war on the Princely Federation. In your current game, Russia lost 19.4 million soldiers and still didn't capitulate. That's crazy. Lithuania did not last long.